Hi, welcome to your reading, and today's guidance is via the cards for you. And your first card is Feeling Alone. I feel like this is a past energy, and I feel as though this took a lot of grounding work for you to try and get out of this as well. It felt like for quite a while you were walking this path that was just ultimately darkness. It feels as though you didn't really have a lot of choice as well. I think there were people that you could have spoke to or you could have trusted, but it felt as though you needed to do this by yourself. I can see the moon there in the distance right at the top here of the mountain, and to me I think that just signifies that because it's a full moon, you were trying to bring something to an end, trying to find the answers by going inward, figuring out your own self, figuring out what would make you feel happier and less alone within your world, even because I feel like even though you're not physically alone, you still felt it inside of you. So this kind of cycle that you've been in, trying to close out, I feel like it was important for you to walk that path for a little while and just to not let anybody else cloud your judgment or get in the way, that kind of thing. And your next card, and this is I'm going to say this is like a present moment card. I'm just going to cover it over because of the imagery, but you've got the sun. So at the present, I think from being in all that darkness, doing all that work, shadow work as we call it, you've actually found your sunshine and you know now where you're headed. You might not know the final destination, but you know that you're heading for better days, brighter days. You're feeling more from your solar plexus, which is what I would call like your sunny area, like your stomach area, your intuition, the things that just make you feel good. And I feel as though that's what you're immersing yourself in as well. Actually doing things that are good for you now. You've sat in the darkness for a long time. It's took you quite a while to get to this point, but all of that time, I want to say, was building up to this moment. It was totally worth it. It's not a waste of time to work on yourself, because while you're healing yourself, you're healing the rest of the world as well, because you're presenting yourself in a different way and you're reflecting onto others the peace and the gratitude and the love that you're feeling now from actually purging out all of the things that were kind of dark in your soul. And I feel as though if you're not spiritual, you're definitely headed towards an awakening. If you're not already, it's somewhere along the realization of that. I think some people might have just be thinking, I've had such a harsh time, and they've not realized that it is actually a spiritual journey that they're on. Others of you are probably more aware of the ups and downs and the lessons that we learn, all that sort of thing. Your last card here is the Fool, so this is perfect, and this just goes in alignment with everything that we talked about with the first card, saying that was like your past and where you were closing up cycles, and at the present you're feeling a lot better than you were, and into the future you can see the Fool, and the Fool is not actually a fool. In terms of tarot, the Fool is a beginning, the beginning of the journey, the first card in the deck. So it's a new journey, a different way of thinking, a different way of walking, a different way of presenting yourself to the world, a different way of looking at things. And I feel as though you are starting to come out from under those clouds now, and you're seeing that the things that you want, you're bringing into your own reality as well. So rather than sitting there feeling like the victim, as in like the first card, you know, feeling alone, feeling like everyone's against you, wondering what you've done, now you're actually processing that, and you're turning that darkness into sunshine, and you're realizing that actually I can do what I want, I can go where I want, I can meet who I want, and nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me back. The only person that holds me back is myself. And reaching that realization is what's going to propel you onto the next stage of your journey, onto this new beginning that you've got here. And that's fabulous. Keep going. Take care.